Chapter 21, Oliver. When Daniel walks off with Lynn, I turn on my brother. You want to explain why there are rumors you were with Lynn before she and Mark broke up and that the two of you left to go hook up, I ask. You know none of that is true. Grayson looks me in the eye. Of course not. Jet sounds irritated. Lynn doesn't cheat or hook up, but the rumors had to come from somewhere. Lynn wearing your Letterman 3 days after dumping Slater is out of character for her. I'm not sure what's going on since you normally tell me everything, but I found out from the rumors that there was something going on. I raise an eyebrow at my brother. There wasn't anything to tell you. Grayson looks away. Yeah, I may have realized I was into Lynn this summer, but she was with Frost, then Slater, so there wasn't a point in saying anything. I hoped something might come of us being on homecoming court together, but then she wanted to go in a big group of friends for the dance, including her brothers and some other guy we don't even know. I figured she'd already moved on and found her next guy and was taking it slow not to upset Mark. Grayson kicks a couple of rocks down the parking lot. Okay, that explains why you haven't talked to me, but not why she's wearing your Letterman or why everyone thinks you're together. I heard you got her a bear or something? I step in front of Grayson, hoping he'll look up at me. Lynn was cold, and I won her a stuffed animal at the ring toss. It might have looked like a date. It felt like a date to start with. Grayson quickly glances up before looking off to the side. To start with? Tristan asks. Grayson tells us about running into Mark, who got upset, and how Lynn was very clear that she and Grayson were just friends. They were at the band cakewalk where Lynn apparently got really excited to see Andrew, the guy who was selling tickets. Grayson mentioned how Lynn acted weird when she met Andrew's best friend, Kelly or something, and how Lynn invited her to eat with us before homecoming. But the girl already has a date. Grayson seemed to think Lynn is into Andrew and hoping for something at homecoming. I don't know. After I recognized him, I realized it was the same guy Lynn has been walking to class with. Grayson is still not looking directly at any of us, but it feels a lot more like embarrassment instead of hiding something. And the rumors that you left to hook up? Jet asked a little too forcefully. Can't he see Grayson is already uncomfortable? Lynn wanted cake at the cakewalk, so we dropped it off at her house. Since we were already there, she changed clothes. She did come back wearing my Letterman, which I hope meant something, but I'm confused now. That's a lot of mixed signals, Tristan agrees. But since we joined you, it's definitely seemed like a date. Maybe there's an explanation for the rest. Who is this Kelly that's now coming with us to homecoming? I don't know. She's in band and has blue hair. What? I take an involuntary step back. Do you mean Kaylee? I feel my stomach drop. I had hoped Kaylee might come to homecoming with us, but that was with the hope that she'd be coming with me. Not that Kaylee and her date would be joining our group. Sure, that sounds right. Why? Do you know her? Grayson finally looks up at me to study my face. No, I say a little too quickly. Tristan's eyes get big, and I can tell it's all he can do to keep his mouth shut. Grayson and Jet give me suspicious looks, but I'm saved having to explain when Casey shows up with one of her friends, Jessica. While Jet and Tristan are distracted with girls, I whisper to my brother, be careful with the whole Lynn situation. You saw how Mark reacted in the locker room to other people talking about asking her to the dance. We have a solid chance for playoffs. Don't not date Lynn because of that, but don't rush things. Grayson nods. When Daniel and Lynn come back, she's wearing a black hoodie. Grayson's face deflates as he notices it. I don't want to see him hurt, but at least he's got a better idea of where Lynn's at. It seems she's not on the same date wavelength he is. I ride home with Daniel to avoid potentially being a third wheel. I meant what I said to Grayson about not rushing things, but I hope it does work out for him. You're quiet, Daniel says to me when we get in the truck. I'm always quiet. Fair, but tonight you may as well be mute. What's up? The short version is I found out tonight Kaylee already has a date for homecoming. I know that it's my own fault since the dance is in 3 days and I've barely talked to her, much less asked her out, but it still sucks. The Queen of Punk has a date for homecoming? How did you find that out? Please say it isn't because you asked her and got shut down. Daniel puts his hands together as he pleads for me to tell him I'm not that big of a dork. Kaylee is Andrew's best friend, Lynn's English partner who she invited to come with us. Grayson said she has now extended that invite to include Kaylee and her date. I lay back against the seat, losing the energy to stay upright. That sucks, man. At least I'll be there to keep you company. At this point, regardless of Lynn saying we're all going only as friends, I'm pretty sure you and I will be the only ones without dates. Yeah, Jessica and Tristan seem to hit it off at the bonfire. Maybe you could steal the Queen of Punk's heart at the dance, Daniel offers as he pulls out of the parking lot. If she has a date, that wouldn't be cool to even try. Yeah, that'd be more of something Jet would do. Maybe she and her date are going as friends? I sigh. One can hope. So, is now a good time to ask why you're learning guitar? Is it really just to impress Kaylee? I also wanted to do something other than sports. If it made Kaylee take notice of me, then all the better. Although it has been cool learning something that doesn't come easily to me. I've also enjoyed doing something on my own. As much as I enjoy how close all of the nights are, sometimes I feel like my identity is wrapped up in being part of a group. Most people at school just know me as one of the Knights. Even the ones who know us better just know me as the quiet one. Breaking out of that and being Oliver, guitar student, is nice. Even if Noah Clark is the only one who sees me that way. How's it going? Daniel's question brings me out of my musing. I finally have the song down and I'm trying to memorize it. What song? Or am I not allowed to ask? White Tiger. Do you think she knows who Our Last Night is? Daniel glances over to me. Yeah, she's in a band and they played a couple of their covers at the 4th of July festival. You've been into her for that long? Also, if she loves Our Last Night, she'll get Mama Kingston's approval. Yeah, you should have seen her on stage. She's an amazing singer. And I don't know if her approval will matter. Need I remind you, Kaylee already has a date to the dance. With Tristan and me helping, we'll get something sorted out. If you've learned guitar, we need to figure out a different Our Last Night song you can learn. Why? Because that'd be the best Christmas present for Mama Kingston. Plus, if you learn the guitar part, the rest of us only need to sing the words. So, I do all the work, then you take the credit because it was your idea, I laugh. Exactly. Daniel shoots me a megawatt grin. The next morning, I wake up to a text from the group chat. Kingston, is Bellissimo Feudo for dinner on Saturday good with everyone? Bellissimo Feudo is the best Italian restaurant in town, and Lynn and Xander's favorite place to eat. The group chat is filled with thumbs up emojis. Kingston, cool. Xander and Amelia are on board. I'll check with Andrew during second. Daniel sends me a text in our private thread. Cabero, I told Lynn I could let Kaylee know. Oh, writer, why? Cabero, because now you can do it without anyone else in the group knowing. Oh, writer, again, why? Cabero, you can have an excuse to talk to her and find out more about her date. Duh. Oh, writer, K. I spend the time it takes me to get ready for school going back and forth between being excited to talk to Kaylee and dreading finding out about her date. With my luck, he's her long-term boyfriend and dream guy. I'm at the school early, and I'm waiting outside the band hall as first period ends. I'm trying not to be nervous as I lean against the wall opposite the doors. I'm hoping to look chill instead of dorky and eager like I feel. Finally, when it seems the entire band has come out, she exits with the same 2 guys she's usually with. I push off the wall and walk next to them. Hey, Kaylee. She and her friends turn around. Andrew looks at me, then mutters something about heading to class and walks off. Yes? Kaylee asks. She looks lethally good today. Her black ripped skinny jeans wrap around her legs nicely, with hints of her black tights peeking through the holes. Her form-fitting Nightmare Before Christmas shirt clings to her slight curves emphasized by her black leather half jacket. Her boots make her taller than normal and have all sorts of studs and buckles on them. Could I talk to you for a minute? I straighten up and try to focus on my words instead of checking Kaylee out. Sure, Kaylee nods. We walk to the side of the hall with the other guy following behind. They walk together a lot, so maybe he's her date for Saturday? They're always together, so it makes sense. I can't help comparing myself to him. He's wearing a band shirt under a blue button-down that's open. I'm significantly taller than him, but don't know if that's a good thing in Kaylee's book. He's obviously in band with her, so he meets her preference for musicians. Is this the type of guy Kaylee goes for? Because we're nothing alike. Does Bellissimo Feudo work for you for dinner before the homecoming dance? I start focusing on what I'm supposed to be doing here. Lynn wanted to make sure that was good with you. Wait, you're going to the dance? The guy says before Kaylee can say anything. He gestures at me. And with him? What's Lynn got to do with it? Looks like he isn't her date then. although he did say with him with a level of incredulity like he disapproves. His wild hand gestures in my direction aren't exactly filling me with confidence either. Shut up, Carter. Oliver and Lynn are friends. Don't you have a class you need to get to? Kaylee punctuates her last statement with a glare. Uh-huh. Carter has a huge grin on his face as he leaves. Weird. So, does Bellissimo Feudo work for you and your date, I ask? Whoever that may be. I guess it could be one of the guys in her band. I can't remember their names, though. Bellissimo Feudo is great. Also, my younger sister is coming with us. I figured you might need to know for a head count or whatever. Yeah, I'll let Lynn know. I guess you should also let me know if your sister has a date. That way we have a good head count. I don't have your number. Kaylee pulls her phone out. I rattle off my number and try not to feel nervous. I'm giving her my number to figure out logistics for this weekend. It's not like she asked for my number because she has any interest in me. I finish as the warning bell rings. I better head to class, Kaylee says before we part ways. I fire off a quick text to Daniel updating him as I head to my class. I'm not sure if Kaylee bringing her sister is a good thing or not. You wouldn't typically want your little sister with you on a date, unless you've been together so long your siblings are comfortable with your significant other. I shake my head to clear my thoughts. I'm definitely overthinking this.